Hello, guys. Welcome today to this session where we are talking about why other people scream instead of talking. Why do mothers especially, why do they scream at their kids? You get to a home and you find a mother, instead of talking to their kids, they are screaming on top of their voice. Guys, this is bad. It's not helpful for you. It's not helpful for the kids. And it's not good for your own sanity and mental health. But listen to this. Most of the times, it's not their fault. It's because they are going through some trauma from the past, some pain that they haven't resolved, some frustrations that they haven't had a chance to vent or to talk about them to anybody. I'll give you an example. One day I visited one of my friends at her house. And I go to the house, this is the lady that I've been going to church with for a while. Right now, I don't really live in the same environment with her. But yes, and she did give me permission to talk about this so that we can teach other people. That's why I'm talking about it. So I go to her house and she wanted a glass of water. So she screamed at the eldest child, "Hey, sorry, go get me a glass of water." And the child froze and she ran to the kitchen, grabbed the glass of water, and she brought it to mom. She slammed it on the table and she left. Wow. And I thought, wow, what a scene. And I said to her, "Are you okay?" And she said, I'm fine. And then she wanted something else from the kitchen and she screamed again at the younger child this time. And the younger child did the same, grabbed whatever mom wanted and slammed it on the table and she left. And then after a while, I thought, you know what? There is something seriously wrong with my friend. Something is going on that she's not being honest about. So I asked her, I said, "Are you okay? Really, are you really okay?" Because she hadn't been feeling well for a while, so I had gone to visit her just to find out if she was okay. And the reason why she wasn't feeling well was because her husband had beaten her up. So she couldn't do anything for a while. She couldn't even drive for a while. But she didn't want to talk about it to a lot of people. And then that very morning, she had an altercation with her husband. And she wasn't able to talk about it to anybody. So I was actually the first person who got to her house after that incident happened. And guess what? She was projecting her pain, her fears, her frustrations on the innocent children. So when I asked her what was wrong, then she started crying. And after that, she broke down and she explained that she had been abused for a long time. And this has been her life, pretty much, since she had her second child. And I said, "Why haven't you spoken to anybody about it?" And she said, "Well, I was scared to lose my child. I was scared to be divorced. And I was also scared that my husband would even beat me up more." So I explained to her that, you know what? No person deserves to be abused, one. No person deserves to be screamed at. And I explained why her kids were coming to her and slamming the things that she had asked them to bring and running away. And she said, "You know what? I've also noticed that even when I come home and when I want a hug from the kids, they just hug you briefly and they run away." And I said, "Now do you realize that your kids are now scared of you? Because they are scared that, you might lash out at them or you might scream at them for something else. That's why they don't want to be around you anymore." And she said, "I had no idea. This is because I've been shouting at my kids. But how can I correct this?" And I went on to ask her more about her childhood, how she had grown up. And she said, yeah, she had grown up in an abusive environment, and their mom and dad were always screaming at each other, throwing things at each other. So to them, it was normal. So you see what happens. You start creating all these trauma that is going to be inherited into your children. This is the trauma that is going to be like a generational trauma. We start creating generational traumas from the things that we cannot deal with. This woman could not deal with their pain from childhood. And then she got married to an abusive husband. And of course, she couldn't deal with their pain from her childhood and now into a marriage. And now she's projecting all that pain on these innocent children. So you see what happens when we don't deal with our pain. When you don't deal with your trauma, when you don't deal with your frustrations, you are going to take it up on innocent people. And now you are creating this ripple effect that is going to create a generational curse in the future. And then you get surprised why your children, when they are even communicating amongst themselves, they cannot talk to each other lovingly. They are always screaming and shouting. It's because this is the environment that they have grown up in. This is the environment that they are used to. And then you see all these people that have road rage on the road. This is the same thing. They are people that are carrying so much pain, so much frustrations. They haven't dealt with their past. They haven't dealt with their trauma. And the best way that they can do it is to lash out. You scream, you shout, you throw things. But that does not solve whatever is causing you all that pain. You need to find help. You need to talk to somebody so that that pain or that trauma can be healed. And you find out once all that pain, that blanket of pain has been pulled away from you, that dark veil of grief has been ripped away from you, you feel like a heavy bricks have been pulled off your shoulders. You feel so light and you start cheering up. You start to become a very happy person again. So take care, guys. This is all I had for you. So next time when you see somebody who is screaming at their children, don't scream back at them. Talk to them. Ask them what's going on. They need help. All they need is somebody to talk to, somebody to find out exactly what's going on. So take care. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and please share this video with your friends so that they also know how to deal with themselves if they are shouting, or how to deal with families and friends that are screaming and shouting instead of talking normally to their children or even amongst themselves. So thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.